You've undoubtedly heard of Winston Churchill's quote, "Never let a good crisis go to waste." I have a much better one. Abraham Lincoln once said, "I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. The great point is to bring them the real facts." By the end of this video, you'll be able to answer what is the Great Reset for anyone who doesn't know or who finds themselves sharing conspiracy theories. For the best personal finance content, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to be notified when I post a video every Friday. What's up and welcome to Smart Money. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Great Reset. Let's jump right into it. I watched Economics Explained video on the Great Reset when it first came out. This video was inspired by that one. I would highly encourage you to watch his video when you're done watching this one and let me know how I did breaking things down for you. Before writing this script, I asked people close to me if they had any idea what the Great Reset was. Many of them hadn't. With all the madness that has gone on in 2020, it would be easy to miss. If you Google the Great Reset 2021, you're greeted by an ominous website run by the World Economic Forum talking about improving the state of the world through managing the consequences of the worldwide illness. But before we get into it, many hours of research went into making this video. If you can click the like button for the YouTube algorithm and help me reach my goal of 50 likes, it would really help the channel. Also, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so I can help you with financial and economic concepts every week. This may be where many of you ask yourselves, what is the World Economic Forum? The World Economic Forum, or WEF, is an international organization geared toward improving the world through public sector, government, and private sector business cooperation. According to their mission statement, the World Economic Forum is committed to improving the state of the world by engaging in business, political, academic, and other leaders of society to shape global, regional, and industry agendas. World Economic Forum members include Forum founder and executive chairman Professor Klaus Schwab, former U.S. Vice President Al Gore, co-founder of Alibaba Jack Ma, and hundreds of other leaders in politics and industry. If you consider yourself a leader in these areas, you're welcome to join the WEF's 3,000 individual members and 1,000 member companies in Davos, Switzerland. The WEF has an application on their About page. The admission fee is $19,000 per person, and the annual membership cost ranges from $52,000 for a basic individual membership to $628,000 for a strategic partner membership as of 2014. What is the Great Reset? 3,000 of the world's richest and most powerful people gather in Switzerland every January to, quote, improve the state of the world, and call the fruit of their efforts the Great Reset. It's no wonder why a conspiracy theorist uncle can't stop talking about it. The Great Reset is an initiative proposed by the World Economic Forum to make the world more economically practical following the worldwide illness. England's Prince Charles and Klaus Schwab delivered the proposal in May 2020. The Great Reset's stated goal is to rebrand capitalism in a way that works better for the world's social and environmental benefit, or as Klaus Schwab calls it, responsible capitalism. The forum's website says it will convene leaders from government, business, international organizations, and civil society along with a diverse group of experts and innovators to initiate, accelerate, and scale up entrepreneurial solutions to tackle climate change and advance sustainable development. Prince Charles has noted that the economic recovery should not be a return to the pre-illness status quo. The World Economic Forum asks for things that the Institute for Energy Agency's website calls a global Green New Deal, including advancements in renewable energy, carbon pricing, independent media, innovative education, sustainable architecture, and much more. What are people saying about the Great Reset 2021? People are very confused about the Great Reset, and rightfully so. There isn't very much accurate information about it, and what's out there is very hard to find. But that hasn't stopped people from spreading rumors and conspiracy theories about it. Your tinfoil hat wearing uncle has been hard at work. So hard, in fact, that when Canadian Conservative Member of Parliament Pierre Poilievre started the Stop the Great Reset petition, it gained 80,000 signatures in just 72 hours. But what does Pierre Poilievre and others have against the Great Reset? BBC News reports that the Great Reset conspiracy theory has its origins in the groundless belief that the worldwide illness was manufactured in a lab and was set upon the world by James Bond-style supervillains with the end goal of taking over the world's economy. Unfortunately, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's United Nations speech in September only added fuel to the fire. Trudeau described the Great Reset as a unique window of opportunity to shape the global recovery, adding that the initiative would offer insights to help inform all those determining the future state of global relations, the direction of national economies, the priorities of societies, the nature of business models, and the management of global commons. Conspiracy theories rise from the belief that large events have equally large causes. So it stands to reason in the conspiracy theorist's mind that the worldwide illness must have been created to engineer the conditions for a group of global elites to control the world's economy. Poilievre and his supporters believe that the Great Reset is an attempt by the World Economic Forum to take control of the world's governments and economies to usher in a Marxist totalitarian regime or the New World Order popularized by right-wing populists. What does the Great Reset propose? The Great Reset is a wide-ranging list of proposals, but chief among them is the worldwide commitment from the public and private sector to invest in green industries, tech sector-focused education, and creating environmentally friendly technologies and ethical rules. One of the proposals the Great Reset asks for is private sector investment into green industries. The idea is that the world's government should subsidize companies who invest in renewable energy infrastructure like wind, solar, and tidal energy. An initial step the Great Reset encourages in this undertaking is carbon pricing. Carbon pricing can be described as a market-based strategy for lowering global warming emissions. The goal of carbon pricing is to put a monetary cost on carbon emissions, ensuring that industries will either make more environmentally conscious energy decisions to cut costs or be burdened by the price of using fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas. Two of the most popular forms of carbon pricing are cap-and-trade programs and carbon taxes. Public sector investment into technological education. This one is pretty self-explanatory. The Great Reset suggests that governments begin a push towards educating its population in technological fields of study like biotechnology, coding, information technology, robotics, and various fields of engineering. As an IT professional myself, this is probably one of my favorite recommendations made by the World Economic Forum. A recent report from the Bureau of Labor and Statistics notes that there are currently 10.7 million people unemployed in the United States. At the same time, it is speculated that there are as many as 3.5 million unfilled cybersecurity positions in the United States. This implies that unemployment could be cut by 1/3 if the unemployed were retrained to do cybersecurity. These numbers represent one field of one sector of one country. Imagine what could be done with public sector investment in technological education. I agree with the idea of private sector investments into creating new technologies and environmentally ethical rules, but I'm not sure about the execution. Businesses exist to make money, not save the world. I realize that businesses share the planet with the rest of us, but I'm having trouble pinning down the profit motive behind them environmentally self-regulating. In my opinion, the World Economic Forum might have better luck pitching this idea to the public sector. It could encourage governments to prioritize issuing government contracts to companies who operate in an environmentally ethical fashion. This would also add teeth to the notion of private sector investment in green energy. This way, not only would industry be incentivized by avoiding carbon pricing, businesses would be further motivated by the opportunity to win government contracts. Ultimately, the Great Reset is a list of suggestions created by some of the most influential people on the planet. The World Economic Forum has the ability to make these suggestions, but no ability whatsoever to coerce anyone to do anything. This makes the consternation surrounding the Great Reset unwarranted. The introduction of the idea may have been poorly executed, but it does have some very good proposals that, if acted on, could preserve the planet and raise the global standard of living. Well, that's my video on the Great Reset. I appreciate you watching. Let me know any questions, comments, or topic suggestions you might have on personal finance or economics in the comments below. Now that you know so much about the world's economic future, you should have enough motivation to invest. Even if all you've got left over is $100 and a sense of wonder, I'd recommend using Robinhood. It's completely free, plus if you use my link in the description, you'll get a free stock just for opening an account. Comment below and let me know what you get. Thanks again for all the support in the comment section. And a special thanks to Home Fix, who was our new comment section champion for this week. Check out her channel as she helps you discover new ways to decorate your home. Link in the description. Make sure you join the discussion for a chance to have your comment featured. I read and reply to all the comments I get. Check out these videos on your screen on how to improve your finances. If you like this video, hit the like button. It helps out a lot. Be sure to subscribe and share the video with your friends. Check the links in the description for offer information. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.